When I first started at automation, I saw the chance to flex my thinking ability and come up with ideas that I can use in a design project. Unless, but when the day came, I started suffering from inventor's block and couldn't think of anything. And every idea that I came up with already existed. But, nonetheless, with a little brainstorming, came up with the idea to create the Ectotherm, a device that will help humans take the next step to adaptation. By you wearing this device on your neck, humans will make it easier to work in the heat, such as climates the heat or the cold. Hi, my name is Rayvern Appollis, and for the past 10 to 11 weeks, I've been a student here at Automation. And in those weeks, I've learned the common problem among the local farm workers is the heat. So my mission was to create or build a temperature manipulator that will help workers such as farm workers improve their task while working in the heat or the cold, because working in the heat can be an agonizing experience and will make the job that you need to perform much more difficult. So, and when a person works in the heat or the cold, the human body will suffer from the sickness and diseases, also lead to heat strokes. Here is a percentage, the percentage of heat strokes, which is 10% for farm workers, 65% for non-execution, and in those 65%, 22% died due to kidney failures in the hospital. So I found the existence of a Peltier module, which also known as a thermoelectrical module, which is a solid-state heat pump that uses the Peltier effect to transfer heat from one surface of the module to another. In using voltage to power these modules, I can use the potential can be used to place it on the human body thermoreceptors, which is heat-sensitive points in the human body that mostly concentrate on the skin, which is such as the face, parts on the face, the neck, the chest, backs and the ribs, the hands and the wrists, and also your feet. These also play as temperature regulators that help maintain the human body maintain a constant temperature. So placing these modules on these thermoreceptors will help increase the performance of these regulators. This is the neck piece that you have to wear around on the parts of the thermoreceptors so that the heat or the cold can be insert to your body so that your human body can maintain a temperature. In my research, I had a conversation with my colleague Tawanda Matende, and we discussed how it must be for farm workers to work in this heat. So I done my research later on the week and found websites where they explain how to use the Peltier modules in a project, in which module can be perfect to use in a project. Also website where they explain the modules in depth. Here is just a few hand sketches that I envisioned how the device should look like. And just for interesting fact, I designed it in this shape to resemble the human back form so it would be comfortable for the person to wear. And here is the measurements I took in Fusion 360 and also the bills of material that I needed to purchase so that my model or my project can come to life. Here is the structure of my product, which all gonna be powered by a lithium-ion batteries running to the wires where the Peltier module is gonna be attached to heat sinks, and the whole body of the product is made out of 3D print from the neck piece and the back body pack. Modifications. Unfortunately, we had to test my modifications, and the first test was the detent mechanism, which is a mechanism that contains a ball and a spring. By pressing down on the ball, it would squeeze the spring, making it loaded until the object above is releases and everything will come into place. That mechanism need to fit in there, but it was too small, so a few tests and a few broken tests, we finally got it right. And but the final product was still too small, so we had to grind along the edges, and now they fit perfectly. And also the router of the neck piece that clutches down to your neck need to be the shape of a heat sink. So I redesigned from a much circular shape to a more rectangular shape. And the reason why we use the heat sink that was later on placed or later on added to the product is because the heatsink maintain or help the peltier modules maintain its condition so it won't overheat, and also help insert atmosphere to the fins where it will exit the opposite atmosphere. In because the original design was too big to print, we had to scale it down to a much smaller battery pack as now. In future modifications, we focus on, in future modifications, we will add a switch where it will jump from hot to cold. But now we are just focusing on the cold side, so it will just, because it's summer, it will just cool your body down. And here is my activity log. The reason why my project is so smaller than the rest is because I was a bit tunnel vision and didn't saw the project list. So I thought the project fell under the theory, so I wrote all my time at the theory. And here is my poster that most of you have seen. And this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening, and any question about the ectotherm adapting to your needs.